going up to a really high percentage, like 20, 25, 30% body fat in your off season, and then trying to narrow back down to under 10, that's wild. That's wild to me. So I don't know. I don't think that's sustainable. People are like, you can't stay near stage weight. I'm like, absolutely you can. Like I feel perfectly fine right now, and I'm probably at like 10 or 11% body fat, and I can get back down really quickly if I need to. But yeah, I don't think it's sustainable to be like stage weight shreds, like 7%, 6% body fat. But a surplus is a surplus, right? Why do you need like 20, 30, 40 pounds of fat, like, or weight or more weight? Like I don't really understand what the thought process is with that. I mean, as long as your vital organs and your muscles that you have are getting the food and nutrients that they need. I mean, like I said, if you're over, you're over. If you're at a plus, you're at a plus. Or a minus, a minus. It's not. I don't feel like it's that complicated, and I feel like people try to make it super complicated.
Well, there's so much to it, especially it's a lot of psychological part about it. Because some people feel like if I stay just lean and shredded, this is how I look. It's an image they want to portray. But also it's for their fan base, a lot of who are on social media, and also we got guys here. There's a smoke saying like when you ladies rock hard, we're rock hard, and it's just a particular look that I think is they try to obtain. I think especially with women, you have a natural lot or higher BMI than lower BMI, higher BMI than men. Men, we can come to I think what is it? I think anything under 12% is considered unhealthy for a woman. I think that's somebody told me because I do content on MMA and mixed martial arts, and those ladies have to do like weight cuts because
Yeah.
you're fighting. Yeah, because you might be walking around at 150, and you have to fight at 125. And I've seen some women either faint, dehydrated. I mean, I remember one of my favorite fighters, Chris Cyborg. She had to fight at a catch weight because at 140, and she was nearly dying. Because they were sweating it out, and it's like you just taking all that fluids out of you. Um, we have here. This is from my man K. Elder Wonder. He says, "Who's your favorite bodybuilder in any division?" So, what she I don't know if she follows anybody in NPC and IFBB, or she knows she likes. If you hear earlier, she's a big fan of Sid Gillen.
Yeah.
Who's in your organization? Who's somebody you admire, you like?
Like yeah, like I admire Sid Gillen and Daraja, in the bikini and NPC BBI. Like I followed them, but I like Sebum. I follow him. I just like his personality. I like his approach. I like his thoughts on things. I liked his interview with Chris Williamson that he did. I think he's done actually a couple of them at this point, um, but I don't really, let's say I don't really follow them all the time. I don't follow everything that they do. I'm not, I'm very much Jane.
You're
uh,
just you're just laser focused on you. You want to get to the top. You got to like a man Rocky Balboa. It don't matter how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can take the hits and keep moving forward. You know,
I'm not interested a whole lot, to be perfectly honest, in all the history and all the people of bodybuilding. I'm just not. I'm interested in bodybuilding. I'm interested in the mechanics and the biomechanics and all that goes with bodybuilding. I'm not interested in necessarily the people of bodybuilding. I mean, I do have respect for folks, and it's not like I don't respect what they've done. But as far as like researching and knowing all the different people who did this or introduced that idea, um, no, I'm good. I'm more interested in finding different ways to train, anatomy, bodybuilding, not the history of, not the people of it. So, there's things that I don't know about some of the organizations that I participate in, and that might be interesting information, but I mean, it's not really useful. So if it's not useful to me in bodybuilding to achieve what I want to achieve, I don't, I'm busy,
where
man.
where as me as a content maker, it's something I need to know and be
Yeah,
educated on.
yeah, yeah. I
Is
mean,
as my master taught me, Ra's al Ghul, the demon's head, always be aware of your surroundings, young master Wade. Never give a shield footing for a killing blow. So here we get here comment from a man, KL. I think he's a fan here. He says, She looks 31. Yeah, she says she's 41. I wouldn't think she was. I thought she was maybe 28. I mean, um, all he says here, he says that's crazy. Buy $1,000 suit and you might not get placed good. Yeah, it happens sometimes, but it's about the what some people feel like it might work for them. Suits is very most important, especially for a competitor. Their mindset. And also here, how long has she been competing? Well, she has been competing for about a couple of years now, and 15 shows in a couple of years. I mean, you're determined, ma'am.
I
I
mean, I guess
mean,
a lot of people don't do that, and it's like 7 years. I mean, it's a
I,
lot. So like a lot of people, what maybe do 2 or 3 shows a year, maybe you know. So it is wild, but it's me getting experience in bodybuilding and competition, finding where I stack up. Not being afraid to go out there and compete amongst different federations, natural and unnatural. Um, so it's just like I said, I have very particular specific goals that I want to work towards, and time is not on my side. I'm one of the older competitors, and I mean that being good, I have mature muscle, so that's an advantage that I have over over a lot of amateur competitors, and a different mindset. I have a lot of grit. But yeah, so I just got to get out there and keep eating and grow when I need to grow.
Yeah, yeah. You get that true grit. One of my favorite classic movies is a Clint Eastwood movie called Outlaw Josie Wales. He lived for the grudge, and like I said, it's tough, to compete, to get up in the morning. I know there's times we want to spend with your little girl, or you want to do something with Lauren. He's out there working and take care of home, and you have to be, focused on what show I'm going to do, which show is going to get me that trophy, or and are you planning on doing any shows this year? Are you coming back to NPC, or are you going to stay in OCB?
So I did, and I got my OCB Pro card just in February. So I won the Masters and Amateur Bikini Open. So I won both Pro cards, and then I just jumped right in 4 weeks later and did Immortal Muscle for OCB. And I got second in bikini class tall, but like I said, I got feedback. They just felt I was too much, too conditioned. One lady felt I was a little bit too muscular for the class. I thought I brought an amazing physique, and I did have a great physique. It just didn't meet the criteria for what they felt like pro bikini should be. They're just one lady said they're trying to mitigate women coming in kind of super hard for bikini in OCB. Um, but it just depends on who you're on stage with, I think, and like there's like bigger stages, more competitive stages. Results could be different, and panels are different. I mean, everybody has a different interpretation, and then the people you're standing by have different strengths and weaknesses every time. So I did that, but yeah, I'm doing USBF. I'm going to do a natural, just because it's close. It's not because it's natural, but I'm doing a natural NPC show in July, and I'm doing a WNBF show in the fall, and a couple more USBF shows, maybe a USBF championship, and I've been invited back to do NGA's championship show in November because I got second in Masters Bikini, and so if you placed, you automatically qualify for that championship show. So I'll probably do that in the fall.
Yeah, because I was chatting with Erica. She was thinking about doing some shows around here because she lives here. She lives in North Carolina, and this was a couple of EPC or OPC show old CB shows coming up, and she's thinking about doing some of those. And it's a lot. Like I said, I gotta respect your work ethic because it takes a lot. Do what you ladies do. Like I said, I don't do a lot of content on bikini because I'm more a fan of women's bodybuilding. But as a content creator, I want to expand myself, and I have. I've interviewed ladies in bikini in the IFB and in the NPC. Most of my content is mostly women's bodybuilding, but really, y'all women who compete, you really put the time and work into this, and people need to understand that it's a lot. Not like one of like the quote the great Ronnie Coleman. Everybody want to be a bodybuilder, and don't want to lift his heavy ass weight.
Right.
Yeah. So after your last show, you know, what was that thing that was calling your name? What did you and Laura and Little Winter did after the show? What did you get to to have a little supper time.
Oh, sushi and oatmeal cream pies.
I
I'm
oh,
basic, y'all.
open crib pie.
I mean, like, or like the Girl Scout cookies are called Samoas, but I do like the cheap brand.
Oh,
I do like the dollar store Clover Valley. Same thing in my mind. I don't care what y'all say; they taste the same, and they're like a fourth of the price. So I'll do some Samoas from the dollar store, or like Keebler. They have their coconut dreams. No, that's the same thing as the Samoa. But yeah, those cookies, an oatmeal cream pie, it just hits right. You can't really get better. That's the best damn treat there is on the market. I'm going
I
to say,
I love a nice honey bun. I eat a oatmeal cake.
yeah,
You
it,
know, yeah, and those
it,
Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, those Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, those Girl Scouts, they're like crack dealers. I mean, let me show you. Later, I'm gonna see you this video. This guy's name is Tony Baker, and he was talking about Girl Scouts. It will cut you up. How it's like I say, food is very important to as a competitor. You how you grow, how you develop. What you eat. When the right foods can help you, the wrong foods can hurt you. It can be
right.
both weapon and a tool for you. So, folks, we're not gonna hold Jean too much longer, and we do appreciate the time she has given us. I know she's a busy lady. She got a baby to take care. The man got to come back home. It's almost, he getting up and say, "Where's my dinner?" So, and we appreciate her support. Wish her our best of luck. So, as you know, she is doing everything on her own,
Yeah.
and it's
Oh
tough.
yeah. One man show.
Yeah. So if anybody interested in sponsoring her, and you have genuine interest in sponsoring someone like Jane, don't be that weird guy and say, "Hey, I saw your last show. You're tall, drinking water there, Jay." No, no. Stop it. You say, Miss Fleischman, we have a plan for you. And if you're interested in it, you have a great look to you. We'd like to sponsor you, maybe even buy your suit and take care of all your other needs. So if you're interested with our plan, and it works with you, and it's something that you feel that will further your career, we want to sponsor you. So if you're interested, let us know. We have a contract and we have a good deal. If you like our product, we'll back you. So that was something I think will probably interest you. Would you think?
Yeah. Just know, I am happily married.
They don't
Happily.
care.
If
They
you
don't
will
care.
even bother to read my bio in Instagram, I say I'm a wife. There's a reason I say I'm a wife. I'm happily married. I love my husband. He's a complete stud. He's the most amazing man I've ever met in my life. So
You got
I
Tarzan,
love
huh?
my family. Like I'm not exciting. So
So, hey,
I'm not an
Jane,
exciting person. So don't slide into my DMs with weird stuff, please.
see,
God, no.
guys like nowadays don't care. They just they're looking for something. There's some guys looking for something strange for some change. That's just how it is. But folks, but this from man Davis. He says respect. Yes, respect this lady. Respect these women who compete in the sport. These are women who have a passion for it. Be they are like IFBB level, NPC level, OCB, PCA, all these organizations. These are athletes. Maybe not the athletes of the standard everybody think of, but they're athletes and deserve respect, recognition. It's a lot tougher because, like I said, one thing is, you look at in the end of bigger organizations, the money goes to like the bigger division as men's bodybuilding, which I call the bottom bitch. You know, that's what it is. The pimping game. They are the ones that make money. I talk about this about Arnold Schwarzenegger thing like that. I love Arnold. I watch his movies. Arnold and Schwarzenegger and Tiger and that. But you ladies deserve just as much. I think if you give a competing one of you $100,000, that can really change your life. I mean, right there. I mean, think
I,
about it.
yeah, yeah, like man, yes. And, like it would be it would be wild to get like $10,000. That would take care of my whole season, man. Like I am so budget as a person. Like I don't even stay at host hotels a lot of times. I get Airbnbs because they're cheaper. Like I am like the most budget, high performing budget athlete you might ever meet. Like for real. I'm like so budget. People don't know. Like I will learn to do it myself before I pay somebody to do it for me.
You know what? You should do a online class helping these competitors to budget. Finding things they can do.
Like,
That'd be something really work.
yeah, that might be a good thing. I'm just like, well, let me tell you all the budget things that Queen of the South does, you know. But yeah, I'm super budget. Like I'm the best high low person you'll ever meet.